do female snakes have clitorises? And the answer is they certainly do. They absolutely
Good for them.
do. Yeah.
I was wondering that the other day.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like putting a hat on a hat, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, well, it's kind of put it on a hat on a hat because they in fact have 2 clitorises each, an extra pair of gloves the whole time.
Double clits?
Double clits, Pat.
Dueling clits?
Yeah.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good
morning and welcome to episode 1104 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, December 15th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. I've got great news in the cup of coffee in the big time. It's going to be a big dick day for Hard Factor.
Whoa.
Air guitar dick day for Hard Factor. Listen to the bonus
Nice.
pods, Florida Man Friday in particular.
I don't
for that one.
want to be nitpicky, but can we call it a good dick day? Because, you
Why?
know,
That's what it is usually called. Is a good.
Yeah, I thought
But
it usually
big-
was called a good dick day.
Yeah.
I just don't want
good-
anyone out there having a
Yeah.
good dick day that might be having, you know,
Sorry.
a small
my
dick
bad.
year.
It is.
I don't
It is
know.
a good. It is a good dick day. I was
Big is
saying
big is relative,
day.
but good for you is always good, right? You
Right.
can always have a good day
Well, it's
for
big.
you.
It's big. Oh, I guess
True.
maybe if
Big.
yours is too big, you want it small.
Right.
I just
What
wanna
if
be
you already had a
exclusionary.
big? What if you already had a big dick?
Right, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Good dick day for
Good
Hard
dick day.
Factor.
Yeah.
I'm
If it
sorry,
doesn't
and I did
hurt,
fuck that up.
if it doesn't ache,
Yeah.
that's
What?
a good dick day.
Hanging perfectly the way you want it to hang. That's the way it's gonna hang. today.
Ache with passion?
Well, there's got to be some guys out there walking
Some
around with
people,
achy dicks.
some people want it to throb all day.
We'll be having one of those days where you're like, why isn't it like this all the time?
Exactly.
Ask Blood
Yeah.
Buggy,
This is
Buggio about that, Pat.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Let me
want
to see it.
tap up.
Just-
It's
just
like I'm
wants
pushing on the bass
yeah.
all day long.
Mhm.
That's right.
He wants to take it to the limit constantly. Yeah. But air guitar dick day, also air guitar dick move. Listen to Florida Man Friday for that.
We have an exclusive on Florida Man Friday. No other news outlet picked up that one of the Florida men that we talk about who did something with his member that Will just alluded to is also a somewhat famous sports journalist. And no one put it together except for us. So
He's got a great move. Mark's got creepy crawly news on deck today.
Yeah, it's gonna make you cringe. It's gonna make your blood curdle if you're like me. Face my fears.
Some centipedes, whatnot in there.
Could be. Will.
Pat's got some good old fashioned gang violence in the hole.
yeah, a little something different. It's going to be a refresher.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Sometimes you get a night in the hole for participating in gang violence in the prison.
Mm-hmm. Think of it
Or
like
night in
a,
the box.
halftime.
Depends on the prison,
And this story is
Could be
the
a hole.
oranges. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the box, baby. You just stay tuned. You hang in.
Nice. And Wes has the Bad Girls Club in the caboose of this episode today.
That's right. We'll talk about a couple of whores.
The BGC, Bad Girl Club.
There you go, club.
How do you get in that
dog.
club? I can't wait to find out.
You're gonna find out.
I bet we're going to find out. Oh, man.
Couple
Gonna feel
girls in
so-
the gangs, maybe in the BGC too. It might go hand in hand with Pat's.
Oh,
Maybe it
gang
does.
girls?
yeah,
I
they're
love
BGCs. Yeah,
I love an A&E documentary about a gang girl.
yeah.
It's going
Me
to
too.
feel so good to find out. Don't forget, get those bonus podcasts, patreon.com/hardfactor or Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube subscriptions and memberships, wherever you want to get it. 5-star review on Apple Pods if you want to hear it back on Friday. Tomorrow's podcast, Pat will be doing the high five with that. Store.hardfactor.com for merch that you can get and get recognized by other Hard Factor listeners in the wild, like intern Jackson. He was recognized by Jack Adamson, and they were in Colorado. Jack said, "Hey, that's a sweet Hard Factor beanie." And intern Jackson said, "You're damn right. I'm intern Jackson." He said, "No shit. I'm Jack Adamson. I'm a listener."
That's
And
awesome.
we got
awesome.
their picture up right now, youtube.com/hardfactor. So
That's a great picture. That's a great story. More on intern Jackson later.
mostly the great beanie, Mark, is what I wanted to highlight
Well,
there. Store.hardfactor.com to get that beanie that Jackson is
Mhm.
modeling, how Jack Adamson recognized him. Jack should get himself a beanie. So then he could be recognized. It's a never-ending cycle of expanding the reach of the show.
You should follow Intern Jackson on Instagram if you want to see all of our products, because that's how we pay him. He's got every single one.
Mostly in merch, yeah.
And he's got a slim frame. He's got that model slim frame.
Oh,
Slight.
yeah. Double X tall is what he is.
Slight, they call it in jail.
He is our model. No, the Mariposa is what they call it in jail, right? Yeah.
Why you paint your fingernails, Mariposa?
Pat, you had speaking of clubs, your son's in the BBC, right? Wait,
man,
Bad Boys
BBC.
Club. Wait, BBC, Bad Boys Club. Wait,
the BTC, bro, the Bad Toddlers Club.
Okay.
Shit.
I got a phone call yesterday, and Kate's face. She's homesick. Kate's face was like, 3 o'clock. Okay. 3
That's the worst. The worst call is call from the day during the daycare. I know what that means, Pat. It means something.
I'm like, who calls us anyway?
Do they ever call to say your son did great today?
Always
they don't.
bad news.
No.
They don't.
Bad news.
And guess what?
Yeah.
They could, because he's doing good, in my eyes.
Most days.
Anyway, I went to go pick him up. I have to go pick him up from daycare every day, which is great. I love doing it. But I am also the one that has to face the incident report about the child.
I'm the dropper offer. Interesting.
That day.
Wait, Pat,
Nothing.
Real quick question: is the incident report like something they hand to you, or is it like a every parent has a box? Where
No. So it causes a traffic jam at the single door exit because they have to stop me, get me to sign it, walk back to the copier, make me a copy, and give it to me.
No, this is like a public thing. You have to. They make a spectacle of it up at the front.
They try to be modest, but people know.
There's no way they can be. Yeah,
These kids are so delicious. It's not my son's fault. Anyway, we got that phone call. We were like, did he bite someone today? They were like, no, but we have a parent teacher conference coming up. And when I went to go pick the boy up from school today, they were like, hold on one second. I was like, whoa, he didn't bite anyone. No incident report. And it was your final warning report. One more bite. Wow. And he's suspended for 2 weeks. One bite after that, and he's expelled, which is kind of badass. I mean, talk about cool points. Get expelled as a toddler.
Yeah, true. But how many years does he have to make it here?
I mean, when does kindergarten start? I Googled that today.
So 4 years.
2 or 3
in a while for you guys.
Yeah.
3,
you need
4.
to pull him out of there.
God, it's stressful. It's so stressful, man. It's so stressful.
Yeah.
What am I going to say? Like, I mean, he's got to bite another fucking kid. Come on.
So a parent has complained because this, right?
Somebody's out to
take.
Yeah. There's he. You know what it is? He has a gimp that he's biting, and that the gimp's parents are upset.
And the gimp probably likes it. Gimp. I will say this: the last bite happened Monday, right? Apologetic, no big deal. Nothing Tuesday. Nothing all day Wednesday until that call, which was not spurned by a bite, which means the gimp's parents called.
Yeah, it's the holiday season, and one of the parents started caring about their kid all of a sudden. One of the dead parents.
The bite got black and blue is what happened.
Yeah. I think what happens is sometimes like because it's so common, and I think that sometimes certain kids just get bit worse, and then those
bitches. Soft bitches.
One of the parents, I'm gonna think it's the dad was getting shit for being a bad dad, and he doesn't do enough around the house or take care of the kid. And he goes, "I'm gonna take care of the kid. You've been letting him get bit the past 6 months."
Oh, dude, Mark, you want to talk about bad dad?
It's redemption. It's redemption.
It's a redemption story.
If he gets suspended, which is 2 weeks, which I don't even know how the fuck we'd stomach that. If he gets suspended for 2 weeks with no daycare and he comes back, I have to turn in a report about how I
Pat.
How you're putting your hand in his way
an active effort to curb his behavior.
Can't you just look for a new daycare now? Can't you just preemptively?
But the other one was a fucking nightmare. This one's so good. Anyway, let's get into it.
Oh, right, I see.
He bit his way out of it.
Found the one that you wanted.
It's kind of badass.
That's what they do in jail. They fight their way out of pods.
It is cool. It's gang related. It is cool for him when he's older.
He's going to be. He's going to be a made man eventually.
Yeah, real quick before we get in the news, remember our buddy who went to jail and they gave him that sweet alcohol program, which is like not in the real jail, and he got expelled for farting on people in adult jail.
Face.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then he got sent back to the bad kid.
I mean, that's badass. It was real deal jail. It wasn't juvie. It was full on adult jail.
Yeah, he got his privileges taken away for farting on the instructor's face.
He got in school suspension.
Yeah,
in jail. Dude loved getting suspended, but made him who he is today. All right, cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Trending news at the time of taping. But first, a fun fact. Actually, no, joke of the day. Sorry, audible joke of the day. And this one is from Tom M. Mark, you said yesterday that his jokes were so aggressive.
You found one you're going to say?
Yeah, I did. And this one goes out to Wes. It's from Tom M. I'm reading it, but it goes out to Wes. Here it is. Tom M says, nearly shagged a ladyboy last night. So it's in the voice of a British guy. He found this on Reddit or something.
Mhm.
Picked him up in a club. He looked like a woman, smelled like a woman, danced like a woman, even kissed like a woman. But as we arrived back at his apartment, he reversed his car into a tight parking slot in one fluid movement. That's when I thought, fucking hell, something's wrong here. Ladyboy.
Yeah.
Almost got him.
Telltale sign.
That's good. Did you see the other Tom ones, Will?
No, I did not. Mark, were they repeatable?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's about no.
All right. Well, thanks for the one repeatable joke, Tom M. We appreciate it. Join the Discord if you want to get in on the joke of the day thread. Again, that's patreon.com/hardfactor if you want to get in there. Okay. Moving on. RIPs. Rest in peace to Stephen Twitch Boss. He is Ellen DeGeneres' DJ. Sadly, he passed away at the age of 40, sadly leaving behind a family, died by suicide. Very sad. Also, update on Grant Wahl, the journalist who died in Qatar, the American one. He died of a ruptured aortic aneurysm, which is what's being reported now. It's a rare heart condition that kills about 10,000 people a year in the U.S., which would explain the quote-unquote death rattle cough that Grant was describing on his Substack right before he died that we talked about last time. That's what his wife is telling the papers now, according to what they've found out.
But we're not wrong to to want it to be foul play. Not that we want Grant dead, but you know what I mean. Like it's just some foul play around there. Yeah, we're not wrong. Well, everyone jumped on it being foul play pretty quick
because they assumed it's foul play. They don't want it to be foul play. There's difference there. But I will say, no, fuck his wife and fuck his brother for this.
No one will now, Mark.
They should double down. They're pussies because
they are against each other. His brother deleted his thing.
No. I still think he was killed by Qatar. And
you think that?
Yeah,
you think that this
bullshit.
is a?
Oh,
you
they're
think that
so all of a sudden they got one report and they're turning their back on Grant.
It was
Wahl.
fast.
Give me a break. The wife and the brother need to stick to their guns a little bit.
Right. It feels like it was buried in a pile of cash. Yeah. I agree. But
wasn't Time saying in the Discord that there was it MERS or something that's going around Qatar? There was some disease.
Yeah. There is
running rampant.
Yeah, it's being shoved into journalists' faces.
There is Wes. Which rest in peace to both Twitch and Grant.
Twitch is horrible. My wife follows his wife.
Very sorry for their family.
TikTok. She's not. Their family was really nice. That's horrible.
It's terrible. And Wes, but it would explain though. Also, there was a third journalist actually that died in Qatar. Roger Keir. Wait, this one, he actually died first in November, and people forgot about it. And then now that the other two have died, they're like, wait, actually 3 journalists have died in Qatar. So
I'm not willing to say it was a respiratory or whatever. I think they were.
He was pretty old.
He was just in poor health. It looks like, and died back.
He was a career.
Qatar killed him. Qatar killed him. Yeah, I'll double down.
He was a career production.
His wife might not, but I'll do it for him.
So RIPs all around there. Hopefully not foul play, but as Mark points out, there are theories. Also, RIP to Sam Binton's political career. He's been fired by the Biden administration. After he stole the 2 bags worth like over $1,000 each.
And the holidays, guys, they said. Pack your bags, Sam.
What? I mean.
No, I'm just saying that would be funny. Yeah.
They should have told him that, but no. In fact, he was being booked in Vegas, so they just did it over text probably or email because he was not in DC. And as all this happens, guys,
that's like gotta go to support group level kleptomania issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's like seeking therapy. Like not necessarily. Yes, a criminal, but it's more a disorder.
Addicted to theft. Yeah, to luggage theft. Weirdly.
Sam shows up in a dress and they're like, "It's bags, isn't it?"
Yeah, it's designer bags.
It's designer bags, isn't it?
I bet it's dresses or designer bags. One of
You
the
bet
two.
it is.
Yeah. Shoes. Anyways, guys, as we mentioned all of these things that are bad news here, I just wanted to bring up the holidays are a hard time, guys. So make sure to take it easy on yourself, treat yourself right. If you're struggling, let somebody know. Don't just try to sit there and fight it alone. And don't go out and try to steal rich people's luggage. That's not going to solve your problem either. Take it from Sam Benton.
If it's between killing yourself and stealing rich people's luggage, go ahead and steal the luggage.
Right. If that's the only two options. But
it's a Band-Aid.
It's a good
exactly.
Point.
It's only kicking the can down the road.
Because on the surface, I don't know too much about it, but on the surface, it seems like Twitch had a perfect life, perfect family, 40 years old, good job. His wife was
3 beautiful kids. Yeah.
Yeah. You just never know. People might not be showing even signs, right? Like,
right.
So.
Kate, my girlfriend and I were talking about this because she's a big Ellen fan, and she's like, he was always smiling and all this stuff. And I had to bring up the fact, like, this kid from my neighborhood killed himself, and on his tombstone it says "always smiling." Like, you just never fucking know.
You don't know. Will's point is be nice to each other, reach out to people, because you might think people are doing okay, but they might not be.
That's right.
Yeah,
was he really funny? Also, the guy?
Yeah. People love him, man.
That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. It's kind of a joke to go out on.
Yeah. Also to yourself, right? Because
they call me Smiles, I'll show them.
Right, exactly. Twitch's deal could have been, like Mark says and Wes says, everybody talks about how awesome of a dude, how funny he was, how great of a time. Maybe he wasn't such a great time to himself. So,
that's right.
Everybody just make sure to take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. Holiday season, things get tough.
DM any of us if you're thinking about killing yourself. Don't do it.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, I mean, do reach out to somebody, even us. Reach out to anybody. Reach out to. Just don't deal with stuff alone. That's how things go bad. Don't steal the designer luggage. That's as Pat said. It'll just.
But given the option,
just a Band-Aid though.
That's why
it's only going to make you feel good for a couple weeks.
It's worse. It's gonna dig you deeper.
Well, you're going to get a charge eventually.
Yeah.
But
that if you do get it, and it's going to get taken away eventually, go to paintyourlife.com and get it painted so you can have it forever.
We'll talk about that again in a second. Or here's another thing you could do, or you could join a fight club to work out your issues. Remember that movie, guys? Pretty good.
Of course.
Fight clubs really worked out your issues, right?
I'd say so. Yeah. I'd say so.
A reason to keep your nails short. Like, what else? There was a lot of things that they said that it enriched these guys' lives. And you could join the fight club that has started back up in the Himalayas, the border between India and China, where the armies only fight with melee weapons. For some reason, they have kind of a code along this border. They will fuck with each other, but only in like fist fights, like fighting with like baseball bats. So this is the new fight club. It's back, actually. We've covered it before.
And hammers.
Right? What's that, Mark?
And like hammers. It's all like weapons they can hold in their hands, right? Like.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, I don't know what the rules are exactly, but it sounds like the Anchorman fighting rules, basically.
Right.
Like,
I think it's Ninja Turtles or Mario.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
No guns. I know that's the one rule they adhere to. No guns. And you surely remember the last time we covered this fight club in 2020 that killed at least 24 men in hand-to-hand combat in a battle. Both sides were hilariously claiming that they killed at least double the men that they lost on their side. It was the same as any street
fight.
It's
like a soccer hooligan fight in the Himalayas.
Every yep.
Like
it's like gangs in New York.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was exactly
it keeps the peace, right? That's part of it, right? Because there's serious
yeah, but think about it.
Pretty
like,
much that, yeah.
It's not like if they didn't defend it, one person's country is going to just invade the Himalayas and everyone's going to slide in. They're just,
no.
They do it out of like a man code almost.
Right. Just fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You're Chinese. I'm Indian. Fuck you.
Right.
It's kind of sick. Like get expelled from daycare.
Like gangs in New York.
It's like two high schools, rival high schools. The jocks fight each other, and then the generals, the principals come out and they're like, "Oh, it's their side, and we don't condone this." Blah blah blah. And they both say it, and like Pat says, it kind of keeps the peace for the most part.
Most of those guys die of hypothermia, though. They just leave them in a pile of snow, and they freeze to death.
Sometimes, Mark, China. In the last fight in 2020, there was 24 officially reported dead, 20 for India. 4 for China, but as I said, China is heavily suspected of cooking the books.
Talk
COVID
about
style,
stiffs when you're frozen,
Yeah. They didn't count all the ones that froze, right? And anyways, the skirmish this time, it's happened again this week. It's all the way over on the east side of the 2,100-mile shared border between China and India, and this is happening this week in the Arunachal Pradesh province. And
Wait,
last
scheduled
year,
it.
Looks beautiful.
it's so beautiful. Look at that valley. It's
bloody
just
rampage.
so beautiful. They're just
But that's
fighting.
summertime, right?
Yeah.
Just fighting out in the valley. Yeah, it's true. It probably doesn't look like that right
So
now.
this is a scheduled bloodbath.
Well, they just
Yeah.
roll up with West. It's
Like
it's a border. It's mountainous, and when the two armies see each other in a field, they
Right.
can't help but just challenge each other. The musk of another man, the scent of another army, and they have to just go roll up on each other and just fist fight real quick.
Like a fucked up
get it.
version of Heidi.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but I'm showing you a trend here. So this
Heidi's
time,
a fucked up version of Heidi, man.
what's
You
the
ever seen
movie
that
Heidi?
flick?
Is that a movie?
It's full of Nazis, man.
No, yeah, the
Oh, it's a
like
Nazi movie.
the little girl show.
Yeah.
that would cut in after
Ye-
Monday Night Football all the time. in the
Yeezy
70s.
loves Heidi. Yeah, Heidi.
It's a
Heidi.
Nazi little girl.
It's like the Hills have or the Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music style vibe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is mountainous. I get it. It's the same. Yeah. So this one this year is the Arunachal Pradesh. I showed you the picture. Beautiful. Last year, January 2021, there was another, and this one was non-fatal this year. Just a bunch of injuries, non-fatal. Last year, January 2021, there was another non-fatal brawl between the two armies in the Sikkim region. Here
There
in
you
Paul.
go.
That picture.
Golly.
Good Lord.
A couple guys
Whoa.
could die trying to get to the fight. It's a little treacherous.
It's so beautiful.
yeah.
Though. I
Yeah.
mean,
These guys have
Yeah.
IGs.
no, they should. They really should.
They're
And
missing
Pat,
out.
Going to fight.
Pat, you may be onto something because the one where at least 24 guys died, the real Himalayan Hammerfest, that was over in 2020. That was over in the Ladakh region. Now look at that.
Oh, man.
A crystal clear blue river
Time
that
out.
leads up to the
Time
mountains.
out. We're idiots. We talked about trying to bring back bum fights. Do you know the money you could make
Yeah.
getting video clips of these fights?
And it's
Villager
in these
fights.
locations. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible. No, it's fucking amazing, Mark. Yeah.
First there was bum fights.
Yeah.
Then hobo fights. Now villager fights.
Well, yeah,
I
army
would
brawl.
sell, dude. Yeah.
Army brawls. Yeah.
My
Ladakh-
guy, that's $1 billion idea.
Well, it's no wonder they're
My
fighting
guy,
at the places. All of them, they all want these beautiful fucking spots.
Right.
The drone shots. That's
It's
what
like fighting
Wes-
over Helena
exactly.
Troy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Things are
They
about
just
to get
wanna-
ugly in the most beautiful place on earth.
Well, because they
Boom.
like to where they patrol. See, Pat, you just sold it. You just
Yeah.
sold the DVDs. So they like to patrol where it looks good. I think Wes is right. And they just want, when they see the other army come into that fucking valley that's in their mountain view, they're like, fuck you. I'm going to fuck you up. So that last one I showed you was probably the most beautiful. That's in the Ladakh region in northern India, Kashmir. And so if you, as you could see, guys, instead of going nuts this holiday season, you could just join a fight club in a beautiful location.
There you go.
You just have to join the Chinese or Indian border patrol, either one of those two
They're always
factions.
recruiting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just go in there somehow, you join up, and you can start fist fighting the other one. Right on the mountains. So
It's
Yeah.
quite a decision.
From fishing to fish hooks with hammers.
it's better than some decisions, Wes.
Yeah, it's true.
I have
And,
to, babe.
Couple.
Well, Pat, it's like Pat
You
said,
don't understand.
these two armies say they keep saying like, oh, we'll stop fighting, but you know they won't. They're just going to keep fist fighting each other. Like they can't help it.
Oh, I got a good one.
Hmm.
Like Scrooge style. You could end it with, "The views are to die for."
That's good.
That's awesome. What's the title again?
Villager fights.
Oh, villager
Yeah,
fights. Yeah,
villager fights. Yeah.
Villager.
Instead of bum fights. Oh, we'd sell so many copies, dude.
All right. Yeah. Well, villager army, they're well, yeah. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it on tape first. Germany must have finally watched Top Gun, guys. Speaking of the army, because they finally decided to buy 10 billion euros worth of F-35 jets from the U.S. military. And they first 8 of those 35, 10 billion euros only buys you 35 F-35s. They expect to get the first 8 of those starting in 2026. So Top Gun is a pretty sweet movie. I can understand the purchase.
Makes sense, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what they made the movie for, was to sell F-35s. So got
And
the first
and like bomber jackets and like replica toys and stuff.
Yep. Aviators.
Yeah, aviators.
Aviators, bomber jackets, F-35s.
Yeah.
Also to give me a middling Friday night at home.
Yep. But the new movie was mids.
Yeah, it was mids, bro.
Oh, it was A. It was definitely an A. 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I like the original better, but it was still a great movie.
Right. The original's a 10 out of 10, probably. Okay. 9.5. In New York City, also, real quick, before we move on to the big news, they found 6 kilos of Biden branded cocaine stashed inside a car. Whoa.
That's how you know you made it, man. That's how you know that you made it.
When they put your pick on cocaine bricks. Yeah. So, yeah, he's that level now. POTUS made it there. And speaking of DC and superhuman energy levels, guys, Alexander Ovechkin. Ever heard of him? Pretty good shooter.
Yeah, he's a guy in one of my village fight squad.
Oh, yeah. he's the final boss of village fights. Yeah. Alexander Ovechkin, he is trending this week for becoming only the 3rd player in NHL history to score 800 goals during his hat trick against the Blackhawks on Tuesday. Here he is holding the 3 pucks he put in the net.
He's still getting hat tricks. Look at him.
All gray, still getting hat tricks. Yeah, he's so fucking good. Yeah, he's awesome, man. And so that was on Tuesday. He did it in classic Ovechkin style, hammering a slap shot from the left side of the ice, near the top corner of the net, closest to him. He just does it. Every goal he knows it's coming. They cannot stop it. He shoots the puck so fucking hard. It's incredible. He's done it 800 times. 3rd most of all time at this.
Who's 3? Gretzky,
Yager, Gretzky.
No, he's already past
Gordie
Yager.
How?
He's already past Yager. I hope he plays again tonight, Thursday night. Hopefully he'll score 2 more and pass Gordie Howe, who is number 2 all time with 801 goals. And then it's just 93 more to pass the great one, Wayne Gretzky, most goals of all time, 894.
You think he could do it?
Damn. I think that would ever be broken.
Just a quick career's worth of goals.
Well, how many does he usually score in a season? What's the average
nowadays?
Goals
he's probably
going
to do it in the 40s. So
60.
No, he can't do 60 anymore.
His top seasons
right now.
His top seasons were 50 plus.
Yeah, so I think he needs to do at least two more
full
40, seasons after this one.
Yeah.
How many games?
He can still score 40 or 50 a season.
So he needs.
He's going to do it.
That'd be awesome.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Look at how the boys were showering him in champagne. Beautiful moment for Ovechkin Tuesday night. Another beautiful moment coming up when he breaks Gordie Howe. It goes to number 2. That'll be this season. He will knock on wood on injuries, but he's gonna do it.
Gretzky's got like an insane lead in like points, right?
Well,
like,
assists
points. Yeah, he'll never hit his points record, but goals he will. Right. The World Cup final in soccer is Argentina versus France, 9 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. Whew.
Damn.
Yikes. You guys ready for that?
Yes.
Getting up early.
You ready for it, Wes?
I am ready for it. I'm ready to have
you have a bet, right,
off.
guys? Yeah.
Oh, we do.
Little work bet going on.
I looked at the odds on Bovada. They're dead even.
Soccer.
What's the bet, Wes?
What do you mean soccer?
Almost all soccer bets are like dead even usually.
None of the other 2 games were dead even.
Yeah, World Cup's a little bit different, but yeah.
What's the bet, Wes?
The bet is Mark and I can either switch. We have one night off a week where we don't have to do after jobs, and then
editing the podcast,
any of the podcast
blog,
jobs. Basically, it's a switch off of the coffee, which is the long job, or a night.
It's electric.
Ooh. So one of these wheel spins is going to be it will be electric. So one of these wheel spins,
it's like betting a shift.
It's going to be like Mark on coffee, and then I'm going to be like, no, because Mbappe beat Argentina, and it's Wes on coffee.
That's right.
Exactly. Imagine we're waiters of news. Yeah. They just bet 2 shifts.
Yeah, we bet.
What if we gave you a card, like a house rules Monopoly card that you could play whenever?
Well, the winner can have a card.
That's what
I'm saying.
An invisible card.
Yeah. Well, we can make it visible.
You can
make paper. I have a print.
Let's make it at least digital.
Make a JPEG.
Make a card for the winner. I think so.
I got a few ideas for what I want my card to look like when France beats Argentina.
I'll make my own when Argentina beats France. Yeah.
If you want it to look like a AAA card, I got you.
Perfect.
Everybody's very confident right now, which brings us to mostly good news in
the cream of the crop.
Guys, the cream of the crop today, and some might call it not good news. I call it great news. The U.S. government is formally considering banning TikTok for the first time since Trump tried to do it back before the 2020 election. Why do I say that it's good news to ban TikTok, even though I know tons of people personally who absolutely love the TikTok app? Well, because it's fucking Chinese spyware. That's why. And their own audits even proved that. On top of that, they banned us for making too many, what they referred to as crude jokes or whatever, which, what the fuck is that about? No, they banned our good friend Yell Zero for just having boobs, just having big boobs. They banned her, kicked her off the app. And while all that's happening, other big butted influencers who they pushed off your timeline like visual booty crack on TikTok. That's all they do on TikTok. Those people are getting killed by stalkers left and right. TikTok doesn't give a fuck. They don't care. No, they don't care at all. They're just letting it slide.
Wait,
rewind.
Roll that one back.
TikTokers, over the course of TikTok stars, female TikTok stars they're just getting pieced up. I mean, guys are stalking them left and right.
How's that different than any app?
Well, that's happening, especially on TikTok. They don't care.
Okay.
They don't care. They just want to use you. They just want to use you for your ad money, Mark, and then never pay it out to the creators. Okay, like the cheap fucks that they are. All right, those dead girls aren't going to get the cash, just like we did. Just like we didn't. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. They're disrespecting everybody. They're pissing on everybody's grave. TikTok.
We still can't figure out. Like, it's always that question. Like, oh, okay, so they're spying on us, but I mean, what are they going to figure out about me? It's like if I found out there was a camera in my bathroom and someone was enjoying watching me nude, I wouldn't care. But if the whole team, right, didn't like cameras in their bathrooms, I'd go with them. And so I'm with America on this one. But it's like
you don't want to be spied on. But yeah, I don't have anything.
I mean, look at it if you want.
Yeah,
it's just my body. It's just my body.
Chinese spying on most phones in America is an issue for cybersecurity.
I'd rather American spy companies
for the country
look at me masturbating than Chinese.
Because then they can triangulate locations of other people.
No, I know they can know where I am, but that's cool.
Know where other people are at related to you. They might not want to hurt you. Well, they might want to hurt people close to you.
This ban is great news, but before they get banned, and even after, we have a plan. Because we did the Not Hard Factor. You can follow us on TikTok, Not Hard Factor News. It's got like the Groucho Marx thing over the logo. And we've been like trying to like kowtow towards like really PC culture on TikTok or whatever, and put up these little
kowtow,
whatever. Like
similar,
something.
Look it up.
You know how I am with the phrases, but we put up PG-13 at most material. Now we got another warning on a new account that's like 3,000 after we got banned at 60-something thousand. So we've decided to do a 180, and now we're just going to give them our most vulgar shit and get banned as many times as possible.
We're going to
reboot it with another account. We're going to reboot it with another one.
Yeah, fuck TikTok, right? They don't care. Mark, they would have never paid us out any of the ad money on our last account that they canceled or this next one. Doesn't matter. They would, all they want to do is use creators and then discard you and never pay you out like the cheap fucks they are. So that's why I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all that a bipartisan group of Congress people introduced the anti-social CCP bill on Tuesday, December 13th, that aims to demonetize any apps that have to report data back to the CCP, Russia, or other potentially malicious clients. And obviously that's aimed at TikTok, what Republicans are calling digital fentanyl, which is actually great marketing as they go for the TikTok ban again. People who have already banned TikTok.
It's a little alarmist, but it works.
Yeah,
it's great. It's perfect marketing. People who have already banned TikTok, U.S. military and departments of Homeland Security have banned it on their devices. Now, all these states have banned it on state devices too: Nebraska, North Dakota, Iowa, Alabama, Maryland, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Utah, and Texas. So, the cream of the crop today, gentlemen, is that we may eventually be getting the last laugh on TikTok bans.
Oh, we will be getting the last laugh because when it's completely banned in the U.S., we have Eric in the Philippines giving them vulgar shit again, rebooting it.
Still,
I'm confused. I'm confused. Where's this IP address coming from?
Oh my God! Not Hard Factor News is back again.
This is the best VPN ever.
What is this? Like their seventh ban? This is insane.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the cream of the crop, guys. It's pretty great. Pretty great for us. And that was brought to you by the best gift you could possibly give somebody this holiday season: a custom hand-painted portrait from Paint Your Life. Paint Your Life will create a portrait with anybody you want together. Want a painting of your children with the grandparents they never met, or have a lost loved one added to an event that so it feels like they were there? With Paint Your Life, You can do that. Anything is possible, Mark. Well, good. I'm glad you do, because they could do that. Even meaningful designs and quotes. You can imagine it. The artist will create it for you. Put it on there until every detail is perfect. You get it just like you want it. When I heard about paintyourlife.com, I thought it must be expensive. Not so. Get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo at a truly affordable price, or combine photos of people and places you love into one painting. It's fast. You can get your portrait in as little as 2 weeks. Make sure you order your holiday gifts right away so you don't have to worry about shipping delays. I can tell you from my own experience, from Wes's experience, countless listeners' experiences, all the hosts' experiences, these custom portraits are going to get you so laid. I mean, beyond laid. You won't believe it. It's going to be incredible.
You don't need,
and they'll like the gift too.
Yeah, and you can
for that,
or a big hug from your mom.
Yeah, that currency to parents and grandparents. I mean, they won't be fucking you, but you know what I mean.
Emotionally, they're the equivalent of
right.
They'll love you more than the other children.
She'll say, "If I could fuck you, I would, son."
Yeah,
exactly. They'll wish they would. They'll wish
they're gonna say something fucked up to your sibling in front of you, make you feel good.
Exactly. Yeah. Really put down whoever you're competing with in the family at that time. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risks. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word FACTOR to 87204. That's FACTOR to 87204. Text FACTOR to 87204. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Here's the disclaimer. Message and data rates apply. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com/term. Terms, again, that's text FACTOR to 87204.
There you go. I'll tell you what I've been doing a lot of this holiday season, and that's eating delicious Omaha steaks and Omaha Steaks products. Come on. Omaha Steaks is the best. The holidays are right around the corner, but until then, we can enjoy, this must be the wrong ad read, but look, we're going to roll with it. Because this says $30 off, and Eric, why don't you pop up what we got going on? It's $40.
Is it different?
Off. Yeah, it's more.
Oh,
the holidays are here. They're not around the corner. They're here. And they have a great assortment of gift packages on omahasteaks.com, which happens to have all of those packages plus every individual item, and everything on the site-wide is 50% off before that $40 off order when you put in promo code HARDFACTOR at omahasteaks.com. Now, at omahasteaks.com, they're not just steaks. They do have the best steaks in the world. We can all agree on that. We all know that. But they also have arguably the best burgers in the world. Certainly, the combination of juiciness and taste puts them in the best burger category in the world. Giant Big Franks that are delicious. They've got bacon wrapped filet mignon. They've got delicious chicken.
It's a big Frank day when you order from omahasteaks.com.
Don't forget about the apple tartlet.
Oh, the tartlets are delicious, Pat.
If you're feeling like a little tart boy, you want to go on omahasteaks.com. 50% off site-wide. $40 off when you do promo code HARDFACTOR. Don't be a fool. It ships in a delicious package. It's delicious. Do it. There might be like a minimum order amount, but you'll hit it.
They got seafood and stuff too. So if some reason you don't like steak, you can order a cold lobster tail or shrimp.
Yeah, surf and turf maybe.
It's so amazing. It's so great when you put in that Hard Factor promo code and you already see it 50% off in your cart, and then you hit the Hard Factor and boom, the other 40 comes off. It's just you're getting so much meat.
Something bad.
You know what I say when the 40 comes off? I said burgers. I say burgers. Just the reaction I have. All right. Okay. I have a fucked up, creepy, crawly animal update for you guys today. And real quick, what do you think off the top of your heads would be like the two most common like animals that most people are scared of?
Oh, it's snakes and spiders. 100%.
Okay. We can stop right there. I have
dogs.
Yeah. Well,
dogs have got to be high.
I think creepy crawlies was in his head, and he was right. I have one of each. First up, scientists have finally answered the most important question in the history of the world. No, it's not. What is the purpose of life? It's, do female snakes have clitorises? And the answer is they certainly do. They absolutely
good for them.
Yeah.
I was wondering that the other day.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like putting a hat on a hat, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, well, it's kind of put it on a hat on a hat on a hat because they in fact have two clitorises each, an extra pair of gloves the whole time.
Double clits?
Double clits, Pat.
Dueling clits?
Yeah. It's each female has 2 clits. So in a snake orgy, the females are really having a time. I mean, take a look at that. That's just a ball of nerve endings. You can almost feel it in your loins just looking at it.
The men
never
have
see them.
Yeah.
Okay. So the men also have penis head that they enjoy.
Well, don't the men have like a split penis head? I don't know, but they
can they like titty fuck the clits, like clitty fuck them?
I think they can. Scientists are calling the 2-part clitoris the hemiclitoris. Hemiclitoris.
Is that where they have the tongue
like
splits in half?
Yep. Yeah,
So
that's evolution, Wes.
Yeah.
Makes
He
a lot of sense.
He can lick both clits. Yeah.
Both clits at the same time. Yeah.
Happened over time.
One
One guy's tongue just tore.
Yeah, just split it.
I don't know. I
Make
guess
this better.
hemi means 2, hemisphere, right? Hemiclit. I don't know. So there you go. By the way, why are scientists just now in 2022 looking into the clitoris? I would say.
Because they're so bored that they have time to look at snake vaginas.
Yeah, but they just did this with women too. Like before this year, it was like that one couple in the 50s from Washington University that they did the Showtime show on Masters of Sex, and that's been about it. They're like, well, the woman, she has a hole, you see, and the man, he has something that can fit that hole, see, and he puts a peg in the hole, and there's not much more to it. He fills the hole. She has a child, and then she cooks you dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinsey?
Yeah, I mean, they should have done more clit studies, at least on humans. Snakes.
Yeah.
2022 seems okay.
Snake clit, great band name.
Snake clits. You'd have to
hemiclit. Hemiclit, though.
I think Hard Factor might add another domain name to their portfolio.
Snakeclits.com. Come on. This is a quote from Megan Falwell, who's University of Adelaide in Australia scientist. She said, "There's a lot known about male snake genitalia, but not so much really anything known about female genitalia on the snake." Okay. So, snakes, humans, they're all the same. We know a lot about the cocks. We don't know about the clits. So she started cutting up female snakes all the way down to their vaginas and peered in to see what was in there. And boom, hemiclits.
You're not going to believe this. There's 2.
Yeah. Well,
that's why they haven't let us look.
Yeah.
They knew I'd discover the hemiclit.
I honestly didn't think any other animal besides humans had clits, to be honest with you.
That's so specious of you, bro.
It is.
Yeah. Dude. You also believed that women had 5 labias.
Well, I was a little bit confused. I didn't know if I believed that. But,
okay.
How many labias?
That's what Wes was asking. The minora, the majora. Well, okay, next up is my least favorite animal by far. Something that can cause me to shit my pants, break out in sweats, and will probably kill me of a heart attack one day. The spider. And before I get into this story, anyone that knows me at all knows I have arachnophobia. I have pretty severe arachnophobia, I'd say. Like the sight of a non-tiny spider causes a full body knee-jerk reaction, a rise in adrenaline, pure fear, like nothing really on earth that I've ever experienced. And because I talk about it and the fact that it's a fucking spider, not like the fear of death, people always send me gotcha spider videos or images. Like no one would do that with a bunch of caskets, right? If they thought I had a fear of death, they would be like, aha, he's afraid of death. Here's a person getting buried alive.
Fear of death.
Right. Like throwing a pack of firecrackers at a VFW.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's cruel. But the spider thing, everyone's like, it's just a spider. He can get over it. It's fun, right? And so people send me DMs all the time.
It's like Wes getting the pit bulls nonstop.
Yeah, but he's not really afraid of pit bulls.
Oh, he's afraid of pit bulls.
Okay, I don't think so. He can pet a pit bull. I can't pet a spider. It's fun to send them. I get it. My dad, by the way, by far the number one culprit of this. He is. And then there's plenty of others though, like intern Jackson, who sent me this video with no context in an Instagram DM that caused me to literally throw my phone across the room this weekend.
If you have arachnophobia or trypophobia, do not watch this video. There is lots of spiders and holes here. This is the Ambalfory, one of the few species of communal transmitters.
Why is he picking up so many spiders?
Why was
there
he
you go.
Why does he grab them?
But you notice that video? The guy goes, "If you have arachnophobia, you shouldn't watch this video. It's too late."
Wow,
it's too late.
Picking up spiders.
It's absolutely too late. There's no warning. There's absolutely no warning. Jackson
designed to piss you off. Mark.
Jackson sent me this on December 5th. Yeah, that guy, the Instagram guy, he made that video to piss you off. People like me off. So Jackson sends me this video, no context, and then like days go by because I'm not really good at checking my Instagram's DMs, and I watched it, and I can't really read what I said, but
might have to block you. Yeah. Just through my phone. No more of that.
Yeah. And then what did Jackson say?
I've been waiting for so long.
He's been waiting 6 days. He's been waiting 6 days for my reaction. All right, back to the task at hand. Face your fears, right? Fucking assholes. I'm blocking you next time you do it, Jackson.
That video is gross, Mark. Did you play the whole thing? Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, it's like literally 1 more second. It's just a 10-second fucked up video.
Just a man handling spiders.
I don't know. He says
no. You know what that is? I've seen people. Okay, I cleared out a rugby field in Austin, Texas one time with the Huns, and there's so many wolf spiders when you clear a wild field in Texas. Yeah. And I saw a guy, he was just like this. And these things are much bigger than these spiders that this guy's playing with in this video. He's just picking them up and like tossing them hand to hand, juggling the wolf spiders. Ugh. He didn't give a fuck. And none of them bit him. It was crazy. It was wild.
I think they can sense fear. That was the so-and-so spider. But in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, we always mispronounce that. Manitowoc, Wisconsin, at Wilson Middle School, they're dealing with the yellow sac spider, another absolutely disgusting spider. And they've got an infestation in the fucking school. It's pretty bad.
It looks like a yellow brown recluse.
And it bites like one too. It's so bad, in fact, that multiple students and a teacher have suffered painful bites. The nurse has been backed up. You know, she can't even get to all these people with the bites, and they have now had to shut the school down because of the infestation.
I mean, good, man. You can't be sending kids to school to get bit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. You should call your son the spider, Pat, the yellow sack.
The yellow sack.
Spider. So send him in Spider-Man costume every day.
Yeah. The principal sent a letter home to all the parents saying, a student was sitting in a classroom when she brushed a spider off her arm on Thursday, December 8th. There was no visible bite, but the student's arm did become itchy and swollen. So the principal had to send home a letter because people are brushing off spiders while in class from their arms.
Not good.
Not good. They should burn.
I mean, that's a spider infestation. You guys ever had a spider infestation anywhere you live?
I would have.
No.
Probably.
I have one.
Not dealt with that well.
I've had one apartment I moved into completely infested with spiders. Spiders in every single windowsill, completely chock full of them. Like, we're talking spider orgies, every single opening of this place. And it was disgusting. I got bit by spiders constantly when I lived there. It was nuts.
That's hard.
Every night. Getting bit by spiders.
I'd say they should just burn that place to the ground, Will. They should burn the school to the ground and then burn the ashes once that's burned to the ground. Fuck that place. Apparently, on initial inspection, they found over 30 yellow sac spiders roaming the halls. And it's the spider that causes, quote, the most painful or severe bites, and that out of any spider. And that means like it's not deadly by any means, but out of any spider you'd consider to be like a really painful bite, this one's the most common. It does it all the time.
Damn it.
Hurts for a couple hours.
Bastard.
Yeah, that spider. They say that spider's a predator. Yeah, God damn it. They say that sucks. They say this spider's a predator that hunts its prey, so it's a spider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're hunters.
Yeah. I'd rather a zombie infestation at my school
than the spiders. Well, they're just so small. They're just kind of pains in the ass, you know.
These ones aren't that small.
Little bastards.
No, they don't look.
But they're all just, I mean, again, it's not going to kill you, right? It's like, black widows. This house I live in now, full of black widows. Could that technically hurt? Is that stronger than this thing?
Yeah, of course
black
it is.
widow
Your house right now
full
is
of black
black
widows. Full of black, chock full. Every year I go through, I gotta take out at least 10, 15 of these things. Every corner, every doorway.
What are you talking
black
about?
Widows all over the place.
Yeah, well, that's not good, man. That's
careful
horrible.
around the little one.
You have a child.
Black widows everywhere. About to have 2 in here. Black widows all over the place.
All right. Cool. Hell yeah. All right, well, guys, that okay. That's
I'm keeping them under control, like what I can do, but they're everywhere.
More than one is
just you, though, huh?
I mean, I'm the only one fighting them. Yeah, I'm trying to keep them under control, Wes, but
get a specialist out there.
Out there in the hive in the insurance biz. Guys, that story was brought to you by snakeclit.com. You can visit the Snake Clit Central on the internet by going to Snake Clits, Snake Clit, or bigsnakeclits.com. And enjoy the Snake Clits. And I don't want to hear from any fucking snakes who were like, hey, those are my clits you're putting up there. Okay.
Yeah. We'll credit you.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, this next story, guys, is brought to you by Upside. Money's tight. It just is. The Fed just hiked the interest rates more. Crypto fell apart. Stock market's
Will can't even afford an exterminator.
Yeah, Will's literally just settling with Black Widows.
He's risking his child's life.
I've got some skills.
I mean, talk about rationalization.
I trust myself.
Trial and error. I don't like sugar.
We're all having to make some cuts, but you can make less cuts.
Well, you're right. You're right. I'm just lying to myself with that rationalization. I really should get a professional. I think.
Yes, you should. And one way to do that is
we might talk about it offline and chip in one for you.
Yeah. We care about your daughter too. I'm kidding. But guys, seriously, you wouldn't have to cut back like Will if you just got the Upside app. If you get groceries, if you dine out, if you get gas, Upside's a fantastic way to get cash back, real live cash back. It's super easy to use. You pretty much just open the Upside app, like where's the cheapest gas at? Where's the cheapest groceries at? Where's the best deal on food? Pop over there, buy the food you're going to buy, the gas you're going to buy, the groceries you're going to buy. You check in, you get cash back. Bam.
Yep.
That's real money, guys. It's not a coupon program. It's real cash and it's free. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely free. So why don't you do it? Pretty simple. It's a lot of fun too, especially if you're like a little OCD like me. Like it makes you feel good. Like I did a little something today. I stacked a little cheddar, a little cash back. You can go to the App Store, download the Upside app, use promo code HARDFACTOR to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. So, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside, check into the business, pay as usual, debit card, credit card, etc. And bam, you're in business. So download the free Upside app, use promo code HARDFACTOR to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's a great way to start. $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. Promo code HARDFACTOR. It's a no-brainer, so get after it. Okay, guys. There's been a lot going on in this world as of late that, I don't know, could really make your head spin, ratchet up your anxiety, so to speak, if you let it. I mean, you got madman Vladimir Putin invading Ukraine and then shitting himself in frustration with his finger on the nuclear trigger, right? You got countless of Iranian progressives being senselessly executed for speaking out against their air-conditionless government. And for some reason, the most talented musician in a generation got really into Nazis and denying the Holocaust over Thanksgiving break. It's a stressful time, right? It's been a rough couple months, which is why I'm so glad to report some news that's the kind of fork it out.
At least three great ones.
Well,
top 50.
Mark, you kind of take yourself out as a music critic when you say two good CDs. But I do respect your taste in music. But the cassettes are okay. The cassettes are okay, guys. Which is why I'm so glad. I'm so glad to report some news that's the perfect kind of American car wreck we love to watch, but at the same time doesn't beg so many big questions that make us think too hard about, like, what's the meaning of this, right? And I'm, of course, talking about, guys, a good old-fashioned biker club war. Hell yeah.
Nice.
It's back.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been since the Twin Peaks in Pflugerville.
Oh, that was great, man. That was what a shootout that was.
15. Remember that? Texas Rangers got involved.
Does CJ, my neighbor?
We were there. Yeah, that's right. He was like, talking about it.
Not according to CJ, because he wasn't there. If anyone asks. Guys, there's quite a rumble going around that the Michigan chapter of two of the big four motorcycle clubs, the Outlaws and the Hells Angels, are gearing up for an all-out holy war with each other and an up-and-coming outfit called the Avengers Motorcycle Club.
Like it.
Yeah.
Triple war.
Someone at the top of these organizations is a Hive member. They've been listening to the bum fights thing. This Village Fights episode is really going to ramp this up.
Yeah, this is what it is. Right. Mark, you're right. You're right on to it. Not only do we have people in the Chinese and Indian militaries, but also in all the biker clubs. It's
100%.
Let's get a camera on these fights, guys. And look, if you hadn't heard of the Avengers, don't worry. You're not alone. Neither had I. But here's a pro tip. When Googling, make sure to Google all 3 words, Avengers, motorcycle, and club. Because if you search just Avenger motorcycle, the results are just deceivingly not badass. Anyway,
unless you put Pat's kid on one of those things.
Exactly, because that kid's a fucking badass. He answers to no one. Everyone's on the menu, guys. The Avengers are a bona fide 1%er club from Michigan, and they specialize in things like racketeering, arson, assaults, meth, of course. One time,
you got to be in the top 1% of people to cook meth, Pat.
100%.
That is a fucking scientific fact.
100%, guys. These Avengers, some of them even opened fire on some pesky West Virginia state troopers once. They'll think twice before they mess with the Avengers again. Their leader, this guy who was charged with murdering his old lady back in 2019, goes by the moniker Dr. Frankenstein. If that's not fucking sick. If that's not fucking sick. It's a literary reference, too, because he's like, I'm not a monster, right? If you're a reader.
Frankenstein wasn't the monster, right?
Wait. Exactly. He's a thinker. That's why he's the leader.
They made me this way.
That's why he's the leader. Guys, these motherfuckers are tough, okay? The Avengers are tough. They're so tough that under the allies and enemies section of their website, the allies column reads to be confirmed, right? They don't even know if they're ever going to have allies. There's none listed.
Damn.
That's pretty cool. The enemies with the pagans, yeah.
It's like it's like MS-13 of bikers.
Yeah, these guys ride alone.
What's funny about these bikers with the 1%ers is they literally walk around with a little patch on their fucking vest that say
they're patched up.
So it's like, oh, I got my 1% patch today, and then they.
What does that mean?
I dare you to say that to a 1%.
I'll tell you what it means, Will. I'll tell you what it means, Will. A motorcycle.
Beat up 99 dudes.
No. Motorcycle King back in the day said 99% of motorcycle riders ain't it. The 1% are outlaws, meaning they're badass, right? Of all the guys that ride motorcycles,
it's not like you actually have to do anything to call yourself a 1%.
Oh, you got to do some
stuff. You got to live the life. You got to live the life. And probably kill someone. You're not chained
down by any societal law whatsoever. Yeah.
You're if you want to be hanging flags,
you just consider yourself a total outlaw. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Okay,
99% of people are fucking sheep, basically.
Yeah, they're not. You're not going to go out and commit you're not going to go out and murder somebody for fun.
Have a record.
Yeah. You're not in that 1%, bro.
It's a little confusing, and like really the outlaws who are in the big 4 outlaw club. See, it's confusing. Like
99% are law abiding, even the motorcyclists, but 1%.
Well, how much law?
They're like the libertarian motorcycle gang.
Sure, but how many laws do you need to break to get into the 1%? Does it have to be murder all the way?
You can't. Well, it's not about breaking the laws. Will.
Arson.
It's about not abiding by any laws.
Okay.
You can't conform. If someone says, "Hey, you should change what you're doing because of a law,"
because
like you're like, "I will change what I'm doing," then
you're like, "Hey, man, I've broken a lot of laws, man, but I don't know if I've broken enough."
It's not about breaking the law. It's about following the law of yourself, right?
Code
not
of the gang,
of society.
But what if your code was just like super
life
lawful?
on the road?
Well, then you can still be a 1%er, Will, because you can't do it anyway.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
you can't be one of the big 4 clubs or the Avengers.
You don't get the patch.
I'm just a nice guy, 1%er.
Yeah,
look,
Ned Flanders. He's 1%. I'll change my life for nobody. Now, you hear that?
Look, I get it. He's not one of us.
It's the way I want to live it.
The guy can cook. Let's be honest, guys. The Outlaws, the Angels, the Avengers. It's pretty clear that these are some bad MFers with dad pods, ready to pop the clutch at any time. Look at those dad bods on those motorcycle guys.
Oh yeah, you gotta have man tits to be like.
You gotta have man tits.
You gotta have a set of man.
Gotta have them.
If they're not jiggling on the hog, then you're not doing it right.
As I alluded to, the Michigan factions of these outfits are getting ready for a melee that some are comparing to being in a real life episode of Family Therapy on Pornhub, aka a really nasty 3-way.
They both got stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
both your mom and your step aunt.
How long
it's
do they
great.
get
It's
stuck
great
there
in
for?
theory, but you don't want to actually get involved in it because it's going to be similar to when the Outlaws, the Angels, and the Avengers all get together. Guys, so the question is, how do we
Your
know?
ass was like fucking my stepmom.
It's an unholy trinity.
Looks like a couple of you stuck.
So the question is, guys, how do we know
What
about
are we
this?
gonna do about it?
Damn, it's raining.
Yeah, yeah. Their bikes are stuck.
Damn, it's raining, and I'm about to go back off to war. Guys, how do we know about the impending war? Right, it hasn't happened yet. Well, you can't get heads rolling without artillery.
How do you know?
It seems like the go-to gun guy in Michigan, 53-year-old Jason William Myers, got a little too excited about what his clients were going to do with the Terminator 2 size cache of machine guns and silencers. He was preparing for this absolute destructive battle between the clubs. He was bragging so much that a confidential informant said, "Ooh, opportunity," and went to the ATF, probably to get himself out of some sort of charge. And that led to the ATF doing an undercover sting on our boy Jason.
What an idiot. So he's bragging. Oh my God. I hate
the motorcycle gang has got to be one of the easiest, I feel like, to infiltrate with an undercover agent.
bragging about crimes. Right.
Hunter S. Thompson did it. There's that other guy that did it. But this guy isn't in the gang. He's just the supplier. He's the gun guy.
No,
right?
but Pat, he has a gun shop, right? You're saying?
Out of his house. But yeah, I mean, it's a serious gun
bragging
shop.
about providing hundreds of silencers. What a fucking moron.
They're gonna kill him first. Then they're gonna kill us for making fun of him. But he's dead first.
I think we've hyped him up pretty good. So on October 4th, an informant and the undercover ATF agent, they went to Myers' home and they found him assembling an AM-15 rifle. And the agent saw numerous guns in Myers' workshop, saying one of them, it was an AR-15, was fully automatic. I modded that to be fully automatic and had a night scope
He's
on
bragging about that too.
Well, keep in mind, guys, he's preparing these specifically for a fight, and this fight sounds sick. During the visit, Myers asked the informant if he could maybe come across half a pound of crystal for me. I guess the large number of orders that he was servicing with the impending brawl coming up left him a little bit tired. The ATF agent said that, quote, Myers added that he makes very specific barrels for very specific guns. And Myers said, "There's about to be a war," referencing violence between the Hells Angels, the Outlaws, and the Avengers. Dude, so this guy's making
He just always says that right after he asks you for a half pound of crystal.
There's about to be a war.
That's his
Look,
catchphrase.
Jason, you're a user. It's okay. I get it. You don't have to, like, can I get my silencers? So he's making these silencers, guys, out of Maglite flashlights, which is fucking sick. Yeah, I guess they're the perfect kind of size. He's custom drilling them per gun. He calls his silencers, this is creepy, quiet time.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy's all about the catchphrases.
Big time.
He's good at them.
Yeah.
He also said that he made a gun belt buckle from carbon fiber for a customer so it could get through an x-ray machine. And he's in big fucking trouble. I'll leave you with this.
You got nimble fingers and an active imagination when you take that much meth.
You wouldn't expect a guy like Jason to hold patents, and he does. So obviously he holds 2 patents.
Quiet time patent.
Quiet time. One is for a gun video camera system. Okay, pretty on brand. The invention is a tamper-resistant camera positioned on a gun, for example, mounted on the Weaver Picatinny rail. See, these are words I don't even know about guns. And the second one is a method of screening newborns for gene variants.
He's a genius scientist who became a meth cooker. That's what this is. Because
26 years in the Marine Corps. Yeah.
Yeah. So look what he did. He made a method for like screening. He did testing.
You can patent stuff that doesn't work.
Yeah, but
they don't make sure it works.
He was doing like testing on shit. So like he's probably just like he's a chemical guy. You know,
he has 7 patents for that gun camera and the one for the gene variant.
Did they?
Well, he cooks meth. You know that, right? Or no, he doesn't. He needs it.
He sells cocaine, takes the meth. Yeah.
Did this deal ever go through, or did they like?
No. They got him. They came to his house, right, Pat? And he offered to sell him something.
They
So
took
he's
him
the
down.
only one that's saying there's going to be a war. He might
No.
this whole
He's
thing
just
up.
insane, Mark. They popped an insane meth head who sells silencers. Yeah,
But he's really good at what he does, and he's got look, the invoices speak for
There
themselves.
might be no motorcycle war after all. It might.
well,
Take a
but
look at the
this
invoices.
one's brewing. It's a brewing. It's a brewing.
Could be brewing. Could be.
You think the jokers are faking on this order? No, when the jokers order something, they want it. I got a warhead for the warlocks.
Yeah. Sir, do you remember saying this? What?
Heads are gonna roll.
I think this is personal use.
It's gonna be the most silent fight. He was saying that he was going as far to be like,
besides the motorcycles pulling in.
he was giving a 2,000 to 3,000 round guarantee.
Silencers the oxymoron. Yeah.
per
2,000 round guarantee. Like what he's saying.
These silencers are good for 2,000-3,000 rounds.
In case you need to assassinate 3,000 people.
Pretty good.
Yeah, for later in the war.
Yeah. Whoa. I mean, mag lights are really well made, so I get it.
Anyway, brought to you by snakeclit.com. Wes, take it away, sir.
That guy loves snakeclit.com.
Speaking of clits, got a couple of bad girls for you guys today. A couple of real whores. At least one real whore, an actual whore. And then we go to another bad girl in blue. Okay. First up, let's go to the UK where 50-year-old Gwyneth Lee, here she is. There she is.
Is she the actual whore?
I'm going to give you, she's an actual whore.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to disparage, but I figured she might be.
That's fine.
That's her job?
That's her
That's her job. Yeah, she fucks people for money.
Go back to the picture. I thought she was bottomless, but it's pink undies.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Undies. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it is. Yeah, I think you're right.
And doesn't she kind of resemble like a Christmas villain almost? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
like,
yeah, a little bit.
One of the most famous Christmas villains of all time.
Yeah.
Like, say,
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yeah, she's got a very Grinchy look to her.
If you don't go over there, I will.
Here's a side by side.
I wasn't talking to him.
Yeah. Gwen is the one with the tits out in that picture. And these two have a lot in common. You see, just like the Grinch, Gwyneth, who is professional. Gwyneth, who is a professional whore, likes to call herself a professional mistress to sound classier. Mm-hmm. Just like the Grinch, Gwyneth wants to ruin your Christmas. Only she doesn't want to steal your presents. She wants to steal your family away from you. Because when your mom finds out that daddy has been fucking Gwyneth and paying for her thousands of dollars from daddy's secret bank account, say goodbye to any more Christmases with daddy. And
bye, daddy.
Gwyneth says she's really not sorry.
Thanks for half, daddy.
Yeah, thanks for half, daddy. She's sorry, not sorry. And nothing is going to stop her from ruining your life and your family this Christmas season. In fact, she said Christmas is her busiest time of the year, and her clients, all married men, all CEOs, are under a lot of stress at home. And what relieves stress better than a blowjob?
All married men, all CEOs. Give me a break, lady.
You know what Christmas is? It's like
that's the fakest.
It's like it's like a great excuse for people to be like, I'm going shopping. They can just like disappear for half days.
Yeah, Christmas shopping
under the ruse of like they're like doing something good, and then they're just fucking a whore in the ass.
Absolutely, men who have a side piece Christmas shopping. At least twice a year.
I gotta go.
Busy.
This is a specialty gift. I gotta go a ways away, and I gotta turn off the phone because I don't want you to GPS where this gift's coming from. It's a whore's asshole.
I mean, it smells like a soup kitchen.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Sure does.
Yeah, and Gwyneth is basically Xanax in human form, right? And she claims that her clients spoil her this time of year with lavish gifts as a thank you for all the sex, but also for not blackmailing them throughout the year. She even says some men have given her gifts as expensive as £40,000, and here she is in a $10,000 fur coat one of her clients gave her. That's a chilly whore right there. That's a cold whore.
I'm sure, Wes, are you positive she's not threatening to tell, getting all these giant gifts?
I'm not positive about that, Will, but she seems like a true pro.
Is that chinchilla? What is that?
I don't know what it is. I think it's mink. Anyway, she also says that
people pay that much money for blowjobs. Like, that's just insane.
People like to spoil their whores and their mistresses.
Insane,
she says that actually, the men that she's with spend twice as much on her during Christmas as they do their actual wives.
Low blow.
Wives. It's like the Love Actually. He buys her a necklace.
Right.
The side piece.
The mistress, yeah.
And he gets her a Joni Jet CD or whatever. Joni, yeah.
Yeah. She also says this year her tits and face will be covered in married men's cum extra heavy because COVID really put a damper on the last 2 years.
Right. Now they're super horny.
Yeah. She said that men like for her to dress up as Snow White, Cinderella this time of year, and has lots of Zoom sex because husbands can't escape their families. Sometimes they're stuck at home doing family
You got to
stuff.
be shitting me. They have cyber sex with this bitch and they pay her?
Yes. Yeah. So it's like, hey,
my
honey, I got to go to my
goodness.
office and take a call. But really, they're just jerking off with Gwyneth.
That's for real? Like, wouldn't it just be easier to try to convince your wife to give you a blowjob?
I don't,
How much time you
depends
got?
on who you're married to. Well,
I guess so.
but it's not all,
Is your
it's
wife
not
a
all
whore?
great.
I don't think. Well,
It's really
I
easy
don't think
with
you're
Gwyneth.
getting
I'm
it.
just kidding.
It's not about the blowjob.
Yeah. You can
She's
do
fun.
whatever you want. Well,
Yeah.
It's about the special attention.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the no rules.
Yeah, no rules. So.
But it's not all fun for Gwyneth. She says that the men will leave her around
Pee on
December
her, Will.
23rd. Yeah, to pee on.
Well, you can pee on her.
You got to go.
You don't have to go to the bathroom if you have to go pee. Right on, Gwyneth.
I'll pee right on that fur coat. She says that the men leave her around December 23rd when it dries up to go back to the families they hate. So she spends Christmas with her family too, whatever that means for a whore like Gwyneth. But don't feel sorry for Gwyneth.
Yeah, what kind of parents do you have?
She says, quote, it's quiet until December 29th. By the time December 29th rolls around, all the men have gone stir crazy being stuck at home with their non-blowjob giving wives, and they are ready to get back out there with Gwyneth. So it's quiet for about a week, and then it's back to business. She says regular dating's boring. You become a therapist. So why not kill two birds with one stone? Date rich guys. So if you want to find Gwyneth, you can go to illicitencounters.com. But again, she
doesn't like this lifestyle. She loves
it. No, she's a career mistress. Yeah.
Well,
So
this
she
is like
does.
her social time too.
Also, I've read
They
about
fly her around and shit.
Yeah.
well, no, not only women, but men can do this too. If you're willing to, especially with older people, because it's probably mostly like older, less attractive people. Men can do this too with older, less attractive women who have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I read recently about a guy who's got like 10 to 12 like women in that range, and he's treated just like this lady, like he's like a millionaire now because he's like a high end gigolo, but he's like a normal dad bod looking 50-something-year-old dude, and he just like dates these old ladies who have money to spend on a fake boyfriend.
That's awesome. Good for him. So yeah, that's what Gwyneth is up to this holiday season. So ladies, put your head on a swivel. Gwyneth is out there. Let's go to Los Angeles. Okay. Where a rookie LAPD officer has become the latest bad girl in blue to make headlines. Remember our NYPD blue lap dancer? Well, she was just a tease. This officer goes all the way, and we know she goes all the way because the sheriff's deputy accidentally broadcast her sexy encounter for everyone to hear over her police radio. And here is the audio. You get that?
I heard underwear.
Yeah. You get underwear, and I think the guy says something like, I don't give a fuck.
She said, "You're gonna rip my underwear."
Yeah. "You're gonna rip my underwear."
And he was like, "Exactly."
Yeah. And that was broadcast to every cop, every police scanner in LA. And what happened was that she was working at the county jail, and she was on a break and went to a parking lot to meet someone, and she accidentally hit the button, and now she's in big trouble because you're not supposed to fuck on the job when you're a cop.
Hot.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's getting railed out in the car.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're
And
fucking
he's
on the
ripping her
job,
undies.
it's not gonna happen a lot, right? It's not gonna happen like for years. She was fucking on the job, right? It's gonna be a short-lived thing. So like, go for it. Like, make the employees happier. It's like Google does your laundry for you.
Whoever she was fucking was having a big dick day, ripping the underwear.
Oh,
Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, and Pat, I think it's fine because all of your comrades in blue, it's going to give them, like you said, like a little bit of adrenaline boost. Maybe they want to get home earlier. Maybe they bring home some flowers. Maybe they try to rip some undies later that day.
That's right. Listen,
I
cops
don't-
should
I
be
don't
able
see
to do
a
whatever
problem
they
with it.
want in this realm, as far as I'm concerned. They have a very tough job.
If it distracted someone like during a shootout and they got
Right.
shot from it, then shame on her. But if everyone just kind of heard a 5-second,
I think she was on
clip-
break.
Yeah.
I mean, cops have so much sex, like male cops do. So it doesn't surprise me that female cops fuck all the time as well.
Speaking of that, Will, this isn't the first time an LAPD deputy has broadcast their sex romp over the radio. Another deputy whose audio was recorded a couple years ago to the entire force got a little more X-rated. during his encounter at the Bates Motel.
You're gonna rip my dick off
outside of the Universal Studios.
Dude, the Psycho Hotel, really?
Yeah. Universal Studios Bates Motel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And here's
Call me
that,
mother.
Yeah, kinky.
here's that steamy call.
Whoa. On my face.
Damn.
He's giving it some.
He's got a weird rhythm.
He goes slow.
What time signature is this in?
And now, now the dispatcher's like, "Hey, your mic's on. You have an open mic, 95. Open mic."
Well, the problem is when you're keying like that, you like a lot of times can't talk over the person. Like if someone's mic's on, it's on.
You know, here's the problem. Do you guys hear the quality in both these videos? No one can hear a goddamn thing anyone's saying at all on the LAPD chatter.
Right. Yeah. So
You said
that's how
he's
they
black?
sounded on TMZ too.
What a legend, man. What a legend. So did that guy get fired? Because if not, he's just the coolest guy.
Yeah,
in
I think
department.
that guy did get fired. I guess he hit the button while he was in the car, and then he just broadcast everyone. So, if you're curious and you want to wait
Did
around,
you hear that?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear how pleasured she was?
Yeah.
How satisfied?
Yeah, once she started moaning loudly, he just click.
This happens on movie sets sometimes, but it's usually someone taking a dump
Right. Yeah.
who doesn't realize
Yeah.
that they're keying and like,
Oh, you know what's
They
funny?
need to upgrade their radios.
You know what's funny is I my wedding this past wedding I did, I mic'd up the dad to give the toast, and the daughter wasn't feeling well, so she had to like get up in the middle of the toast. She'd been sick. She basically missed the entire reception because she she was like puking, not from being drunk, just she had like a legit illness. And the dad went out on the front porch to like kind of cool himself off, and he starts like cursing to himself and stuff. So I get an email from the mom being like, yeah, so and so is a little worried because he didn't realize that the mic was on, and he was having a little moment to himself out there on the front porch. And he's like, the dad's he didn't. I listened back to it. Thought it was gonna be really juicy, but it was just like motherfucker.
People always think it's worse than what it was. I feel like when they realized they were mic'd up. Yeah. And anyways, like you're just gonna cut around it. Like I mean, there's never been a situation where you've been like, oh my god.
Well,
Have you like
Wes is
saved?
Wes like,
saved-
I don't really listen back to
I'm
it.
gonna
It happened-
embarrass this dad forever.
Yeah.
it happened to Ronald Reagan. I forget what it was, but now
Really?
there's a law now, like a presidential law where the president has to be on tape delay when they're mic'd up for that very reason.
Yeah.
Biden's gotten caught saying the F-bomb a few times.
Biden's a
But
hot mic.
it's specifically
Mass.
when they I
Wes
forget what it
would-
is, but there's
Wes wouldn't go through the tape, find this, and then
No.
put it in their lovey-dovey edited version.
No,
of the
what
wedding.
I'm saying is whenever anybody's mic'd up, like it happens all the time at weddings, they say some things they forget they're mic'd up.
right.
Right, but
Maybe
I don't
you see
go
the
through the
jinx?
audio, and I only listen for what I need for the video.
Right, exactly. Like I'm sure. I guess they're paranoid. Some people might
Yeah.
do that.
that guy put himself away for life on the Jinx.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What
accidentally.
did you do?
doing
You
something.
killed them all, of course.
Kill them all.
Kill them all, of course. You sick fuck. Yeah.
But that's it. If you want to listen in on
And then-
police having
'cause
sex,
he's taking a shit.
good scanner's about $300. If you want to, chance it, you'll hear one.
I do want to listen to that. Cop sex is hot in the cars. That's pretty
Let's
awesome.
pull up the wheel, see who's on what tomorrow.
All right. Well, Pat is on high
wait.
five. Who will have your
Win
cup of
this
coffee in the
World
big time?
Cup game. Cannot wait to win the World Cup game and shove a coffee down Wes's throat.
We'll
Damn
enjoy it
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be
Talk shit to the
Marv.
wheel. The wheels
I'm
gave it to
gonna
me.
put the card in the spokes of my bike.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, I'll have coffee for you at least once, definitely tomorrow, probably a few more times next week as well. Hey, if you're an exterminator in Reno area, hit us up ASAP. It's an emergency. So you might want to, take care
I've got a
of
few
things.
cards laying around, guys. It's not like I haven't been approached.
Okay.
If you're a child behavioral specialist in Rutherford.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we got some things we need some help with. It's like we're saying,
emergencies on our hands.
holidays are a hard time. Let people know what you're struggling with. Don't
Or if
go
you're-
through it alone. Don't go
If
through it
you're
alone.
curious about big snake clits,
Yeah.
go to bigsnakeclits.com.
Do you run a daycare and don't care about the kids getting bitten in it?
Yeah.
It's a choose your clit adventure. There's 2 of them.
That's gonna do it for today. We love you. Have a great fucking day.